I hope fine. Welcome to the channel. Like the video, comment, and subscribe from your soul coach. Hello, how are you? I hope you're fine. Welcome to the channel. Like the video, comment, and subscribe from your soul coach.
Hello, how are you? Welcome to the channel. My name is Dr. Keisha and I am your life and soul coach. I am super duper excited about this particular broadcast. I could not wait to come on live and record this. This is, in my opinion, an amazing topic, an amazing question. I think we're going to have an amazing conversation. And what we're going to do is we're going to discuss, can strong women date weak men? Can strong women date weak men? And I love that we're going to react to, which I've seen a couple times, but we're going to listen a little bit more intently and we're going to react and provide commentary to this particular video. Shout out to my God, I love him. This is Jack Daniels. You can find him on Jack Daniels TV, and we're going to share his IG where he's having the conversation and he's being very candid about the conversation. So we're definitely going to listen up, listen intently, and then we're going to provide commentary and we're going to have the conversation. Can strong women, he already answered the question, but I'm asking you the question because this is all about asking Dr. Keisha. And of course, I'm going to provide my thoughts with regards to this topic. But can strong women date weak men? And if so, what does the purpose serve? Does it serve a purpose in terms of the dating and the interacting? Does it serve a greater purpose, some type of purpose? Because generally, and I will add this tidbit before we get into it, typically strong women are not attracted to weak men. All right. Typically, they're not attracted to weak men. If they sense some type of weakness, it's like oil and water. Yeah, it's like oil and water. And there is a reason. And we're going to dive into that in just a few moments. All right. So if you're ready, I'm ready. All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and position this so that we can begin to listen intently, right, to the commentary of our dear brother here. And yeah, just go ahead and let's have the conversation. Let me make sure that I can be seen, you can be seen. Let me see what would be the best. I think this will be great. Don't you? You got to see my face because I'm going to react to this. Let's go. I'm ready. Let's go. Now let's turn on the volume.
To dismantle the ego that you've hidden behind, you can grow strong enough to stand beside strong women without feeling diminished, without feeling less than, without feeling that you lack. Strong women are not the enemy, they are the exam.
Boom.
And weak men keep failing the test. Not because you can't pass, but because you never studied yourself. Here's the truth, man. A strong woman doesn't need you to have it all together. She don't need you to have everything. She just needs you to be strong enough to admit the spaces and fragments where you are not strong.
My God.
Where you don't have it all together, because strength isn't about dominance, contrary to popular belief. It's about resilience. In fact, we should be calling strong women resilient women. It's about honesty. It's about the courage to grow, courage to heal. It's about love without fear. And the moment a man learns that about himself, he stops running from strong women and starts rising with them. Because in the end, man, It's not that weak men can't date strong women. It's that strong women were never meant or designed to date weak men.
Wow.
They were meant to challenge men to
Mm.
become stronger, not to
Yeah.
dim their light, but to demand
Mm.
that you find your own. Strong women
Ooh.
cannot date weak men. Get your weight up, man.
Get your weight up.
Strong women can't date weak men.
Mm.
What? I said it. Strong women cannot date weak men.
Mm.
Let's dig into it, man. let's chop some of this wood. Hey man, they
You know, I mean, we've heard a little bit, a lot of it, but a little bit of what Jack Daniels said with regards to the topic. And just the few seconds that I've heard of this conversation, it holds true. I know for me, in this dating space, for me, as one that re-entered into the dating world at the ripe age of 40, after getting a divorce, after being married over a decade, having children, and all the responsibilities that are attached and associated to being a wife, and re-entering into the dating sphere. It's definitely been a learning curve for me, and I think one of the things that I've known about myself is that I am a strong person, right? Just happen to be a woman, but I am a strong person, right? I've known that my whole life. And so, funny thing is, growing up, it's never been an issue. Dating while younger never was an issue. But what I've discovered is, and maybe it speaks to the dating pool, most of the men that are strong are probably more than likely taken. And then the pool that is left over are a lot of men that are either in the middle and or they are weak. And I think that that's the issue. There's a lot of strong women out there, a lot of strong women, because women, unfortunately, are forced to be strong. They're forced to build their muscle. They're forced to have to confront themselves in many different ways, in many different facets, because of their independence and being head of household and being a single woman or being a single parent, what have you. It just puts you in a place where you're leading, right? You're leading your family. If you have children, you're the leader. If a male is absent, you're the leader. You're the head of household. If you're paying all the bills, you're the leader. And so it just, like I said, there's a lot of strong women out there. And what I've discovered in this dating process, re-entering into the dating world, at the age that I've re-entered into it, it's a whole different vibe. It's a whole different situation. And so I find myself, in conversation and getting to know these gentlemen. They're great people, but I noticed right away some weak characteristics. I really do feel like through conversation, through observation, that it generally comes out. There's some insecurity that generally comes out. Either it's, who am I talking to? Am I talking to Dr. Keisha? Am I talking to Keisha? I'm really the same one. It's all one and the same. The intellect doesn't turn off. If I didn't have the doctorate, you still would be talking to a woman who is intellectual. You still will be talking to a woman without the doctorate who is spiritual, who is knowledgeable of the Bible and biblical principles and spirituality. Aside from the doctorate, you still will be talking to this person who is strong-willed, independent, but yet I can work with people. So there's a codependency there, a healthy dependency there, winning community. I'm a servant leader, so I know when to lead and I know when to follow. I have all those nuances. There's a soft side to me, but the only way that I can be soft is when I'm not in my head. if I'm always in my head and I'm always critically thinking and solving problems, the strategizing and helping you solve your problems because you have a lot of problems to be solved and you can't work out your own issues. If I'm operating in that capacity, that means I'm really working and tapping into that testosterone. And that's the side that you don't want me to tap into the most, because if I'm operating more so in my testosterone than you are because you're not problem solving, I'm solving your problems for you, then hence the problem. Yeah. And then you're going to begin to feel the effects of that. And it's going to highlight your insecurities as a man. So, what Jack Daniels is saying is spot on for a lot of women. We cannot follow a weak man. And so, like you said, get your muscle up. And again, we oftentimes, strong women oftentimes do highlight the weakness that does exist. And oftentimes we're blamed for the weakness, but we have nothing to do with the areas that are within you that are weak. That's a you problem. Just like if we had areas of weaknesses, that would be my problem, right? And so we have to take accountability. And I think that's, especially amongst weak men or weak people in general, it's a lack of accountability, right? A lack of accountability and a lack of transparency. Just like you said, just most strong women just want you to admit that these are areas of weaknesses. We already see them. Like, you know what I mean? It's not like they're hidden. And there are some things that maybe we don't see that could explain a lot if you just simply just be honest and open and transparent about, whatever the thing is, because we already, either we're experiencing it and we just don't know exactly what's going on and we just need more information, and or we're sensing it. And then with the explanation, it will help us to navigate, right, this relationship that we're trying to form, if that's the goal, and or help us to decide, okay, what role are we actually playing in this relationship? Are we just simply being a sounding board? Are we simply just being a mirror for you so that you can grow and be better for the person that you're supposed to be with? Because most strong women will not pair with you or partner with you, because most strong women, just like the animal kingdom, animals don't generally link and connect and mate with weaker animals. They usually connect and mate with animals that are their equals or animals that are stronger than them, that can lead them. That's generally how it works, even in the animal kingdom. So the truth of the matter is that the way that God has designed us, women are in a position of selecting their head, the head of their household, the head over them. They're not going to choose somebody. It just goes against the natural order of things. They're not going to select someone that they feel is weaker than they are. You know what I mean? It just doesn't make logical sense. So let the man cook. I'm ready to react all of this, because I'm telling you, every time I listen to it, I have a different reaction. So let's go.
They say opposites attract. That's what they say. But the truth is, weak men don't date strong women. They survive them.
Wow.
They resent them, or they try to shrink them. Because
Ooh, wait a minute. They resent them. Let's sit in that for a minute. Weak men resent strong women, or they try to shrink them. Wow. Resent or shrink. I've seen that. I've seen that during the day, the resentment, the fact, oh, you're successful. You got your life together. You got your life in order. You got a good head on your shoulders. You're making good choices. You seem to be winning, right? Regardless of the odds. There's a resentment. Why? It's like, but it speaks to their insecurity. It speaks to the fact that they're not able to do the same. So instead of celebrating your accomplishments, celebrating your wins, celebrating you in general, they want to try to shrink you, right? They want to try to bring you down because they think you're too high, you're too haughty, you're too much. And that's not the case. They're too little. They're inadequate. It's almost like a mirror, and while looking through the mirror, they feel inadequate. They see what's missing. They see that you have something that they lack, and there is some type of jealousy or envy, to the point where they want to try to bring you where they are, and or dominate you in a manner so that you can feel the same way they feel or worse. They want to conquer you, and then once they've conquered you, they'll leave you. They'll hurt you, wound you, because again, the goal is to shrink you or to devastate you because they're devastated. And that's horrible. I mean, we've heard the expression, hurt people. And so if he feels inadequate and then he looks at you as some type of threat, then his focus is going to shift and he's going to try to bring hurt or harm to you. So you really have to be careful out there, strong women, of these men that are really struggling with their self-esteem, that are really struggling with their purpose, or they're not achieving, or they're having a difficult time, you know what I mean, being everything that they're supposed to be. They're struggling. You have to be careful. As much as we would love to help and support, sometimes it just doesn't register the right way. And sometimes your strength is misinterpreted. And that's what the man of God. I'm going to call him the man of God. Okay. Jack Daniels is speaking to. And I'm loving this conversation because, oh my gosh, this has been my life up until this point, dealing with these men. Seriously. And and the real gag of it all is that I never felt all together. In a lot of cases, there were still things that were missing. You know what I mean? And I felt like the partnership would help to bring out the best in me, or we can elevate together. But when you have a person that doesn't have the right mindset coming into a relationship and they're already feeling defeated, unfortunately, they're not going to be fit to lead in such cases. All right, so let's continue to listen.
The reality is, a man hasn't developed the strength to face himself, he will never have the strength to face a woman who knows herself. See, we about to talk today. Weakness in men doesn't look like what you think it looks like. It's not just physical frailty or the strength. It's emotional frailty. It's insecurity disguised as arrogance. It's silence when you should actually speak. It's anger when you should actually be loving. Weakness in a man is the inability to carry the weight of your own reflection. And so when you stand in front of a strong woman, you stand in front of her ambition, her confidence, her standards, her voice. It doesn't inspire you. It threatens you. Because she's not a mirror that you can actually distort. She's a mirror that shows you exactly who you are as a man. I remember a man once telling me, he said, Jack, she made me feel small. But here's the truth. And it's the same thing that I told him. She didn't make you feel small. She only revealed how small you already felt.
Oh, that's good. She unintentionally, just being her strong self, not maliciously, but through your interaction, that was brought to the surface. Your insecurity, what was underdeveloped, begin to surface. Your true feelings, and you're deflecting. It's her. She's the problem. No, sir. Unfortunately, the problem lies within you. The problem lies within you. She wasn't the problem. But the problem lies within you. Your problem is an internal struggle that has nothing to do with her. Unfortunately, you meet, well, I'll say really not unfortunately. I feel like it's a fortunate thing if you seize the opportunity to grow. It's actually a fortunate thing because that thing is coming up to the surface. And there is hope here if you rise to the occasion to confront your fears, right? There's an opportunity to grow here. But to say it's her fault that I feel inadequate, no, it's not. That's on you, my guy. That's on you. And that's something that you're going to have to deal with because someone once said this, and I find it to hold true. I find it to hold true that when a man is unhappy with himself, it's more than likely, it's just a matter of time. If he remains in that state, he's going to abuse you. He's going to take it out on you. And it's sad, but it's true. When a man feels inadequate, when a man feels defeated, when a man is crushed, when a man is unhealed, when a man has been traumatized, when a man has gone through all kinds of stuff, the only thing that he feels like he can kind of control, if he can't control everything else around him, his money ain't up. You know what I'm saying? He's mentally crushed at work. He feels a certain type of way. He lost his job. He's really struggling, can't get in a really great relationship, maybe with the one that he really wants to be with. He's not in good relationship with his children. He's separated from his family. He's not in community. Oh my God, that's a recipe for disaster. That's a window, unfortunately, that can be open to abuse. And so you really have to be careful, ladies. You have to be careful out there because when you begin to see these specks of red, flags, banners, whatever you want to call them, lights, I want you to take a step back and I really want you to make an honest assessment in terms of how you feel around this guy and observe how he behaves and listen to the words that he say because even the Bible says that from the abundance of the heart the mouth speaks. So he's telling his truth through his actions as well as through his articulation of speech. You, for whatever reason, because we want community, we want partnership, we want love, we're having a difficult time, especially if we cloud our judgment through the physical aspect, if we happen to have sex with this person, you know what I mean? And or we allow this person in our ear, okay, and we become attached or some type of emotional bond is formed. We have a hard time seeing those red flags. And so I really want you to pay close attention. I think that's a really great example of a deflection to say it's your fault that I feel that way. No, it's not her fault. It's not anyone's fault. It's just, unfortunately, that individual, that male, is a victim of circumstance, and he's going to have to take accountability for his thoughts. And things can change. You got to, have the right type of mindset and come up with a plan and hire a coach. Yay. Get some counseling, whatever it takes to work through it. But know that person in your life that person's not the problem, not at all.
That's the part that most people miss. Strong women don't belittle men. They don't belittle men. They simply refuse to shrink themselves for that man. And for a man who hasn't grown into his own power, meaning that you know who you are, that refusal to shrink feels like rejection. It ain't rejection, man. It's reflection. It's not rejection, it's reflection. Weak men crave control. Strong women crave connection. Weak men demand submission. Strong women inspire partnership. Weak men hide their wounds. You've been hiding your wounds. Strong women invite you to heal. And when those two worlds collide, one of two things happens. Either the man rises.
That's an opportunity to grow.
And sadly, most run. Now, Not
Wow.
because she's too much, but because you're not enough
Mm.
for yourself. Think about it. Why do so
Wow. Wow. An opportunity to rise to the occasion, an opportunity to grow, or you may choose what may seem like the easier path, which is to run. And the cycle continues, right? Because there are a lot of strong women out there. Um, until you find someone that you can control or take out your frustrations on. And that's unfortunate and that is extremely sad. So let me see if there's more to this. I don't want to drag this out, but we want to have the conversation and we're going to end this. But can strong women date weak men? I think in the beginning, if there is a mask, perhaps in the beginning, but could she stay in? Will she stay in? Absolutely not. Absolutely not, because it's going to become toxic. It's going to become it's going to become toxic. Mm.
many strong women get told you're intimidating?
Mm-hmm.
You're too independent. You're too opinionated. Tone it
Too
down a little
much.
bit.
Tone it
It's
down.
not because strength is unattractive. It's attractive.
Wow.
It's because strength exposes weakness.
Ooh.
Listen to me now. Strength exposes weaknesses.
Ooh. Yes,
And a strong woman doesn't need
Mm.
you to save her. She needs you to see her
Ooh,
for
I
who
love
she
that.
is. She doesn't need
Yeah.
you to silence her voice. She needs you to
Mm-mm.
value her voice. She doesn't
That's
need you
right.
to build up her confidence. She needs you to hold the
Mm.
space
Yes.
for her confidence to shine, man.
Beautiful. Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
and if you can do that as a man,
Mm-hmm.
or if, I'm sorry, if you can't do that as a man,
Okay.
you will always confuse her strength
Mm.
for your shame. But let me be clear about one thing.
Wow.
This ain't about bashing men. This is about
Mm-mm. No,
challenging men.
that's
Because
right.
weak men aren't doomed to stay weak, believe it or not.
That
Weakness
part. That
is
part.
just an untrained strength. You gotta get up in the gym, man. It's because
Yeah.
weakness is just untapped potential. It's unhealed
Mm.
pain. And
I like
if
that.
a man is willing to face himself, to
Right.
confront the lies that you believed about manhood, to sit with the pain that you've
Mm.
avoided, to dismantle the ego
Good,
that you've
good.
hidden behind, you can grow strong enough to stand beside strong women without feeling diminished, without feeling
Inadequate.
less than, without feeling
Yeah.
that you lack. Strong women are not the
Mhm.
enemy, they are the exam.
Come on.
And
Love
weak
that.
men keep failing the test.
Mm.
Not because you
Wow.
can't pass, but because
Right.
you never studied yourself. Here's the
Wow.
truth, man. A
Mm.
strong woman doesn't need you to have it all together. She don't need you to have everything. She just needs you to be
That
strong
part.
enough to admit the spaces and
Submit.
fragments where you are not strong,
Love
where
that.
you don't have it all together. Because strength isn't about dominance, contrary to popular belief. It's about
Mm.
resilience. In fact, we should be calling
Wow.
strong women resilient women. It's
Resilient
about
women.
honesty. It's about the courage to grow, courage to
Right.
heal. It's
And to
about love
confront
without fear. And the
that
moment a
part.
man learns that about himself,
Mhm.
he stops running from strong women and
Yeah.
starts rising with them.
I love that.
Because in the end, man,
Mhm.
it's not that weak men can't date strong women. It's that strong women were never meant or designed to date
Not at
weak
all.
men.
It's true.
They were meant to challenge men to
Mhm.
become stronger,
To
not to dim
become
their light,
stronger. Mm-mm.
but to demand that you find your own.
Come
Strong
on.
women cannot date weak men.
Beautiful.
Get your weight up, man.
So, get your weight up. Get your weight up. That's how he concluded that. So let's talk real quick. That was a lot. That was a lot. That was amazing. That was a whole thesis. And I think that once one gets over the offense, because the truth will offend, let's be honest. The truth will offend. And I think that if a person is really open to grow, and if you are experiencing the same patterns and cycles and relationships. You're connecting with amazing women that are strong and resilient and, that are focused, that are functional, that are, progressing and all the things. You're being attracted to those women, but you don't know quite what to do with her. You know what I mean? Because you haven't done your work. You're going to have to do your work. And I agree with what he says. I agree with the purpose of a strong woman being in your life. You just need to seize the opportunity to grow when the light is was shown or shining upon you. You have to seize the opportunity to grow and to really look within to see what you can do to deal with those areas that are weak. And just like he said, it's just an opportunity, right, to work it out. That's what it is. It's just the light is being shined on you, on your soul, so that you can develop that which is underdeveloped, so that you can be fit for what it is that you are attracted to, which is a strong woman, a resilient woman. Because the truth of the matter is it won't work as long as you're not in a position to lead her and she's more in a position to lead you. It's just not going to work. It really isn't. You know what I mean? And so this is an opportunity to grow. It's an opportunity, just like when there's areas of weaknesses, just like I said, the physical body, when there's a weak area, core, weak area, knees, legs, shoulders, back, whatever, you work it out. You get strength, you gain strength through the workout. And that's what's going to have to happen emotionally. That's what's going to have to happen mentally. And you can work out through with a coach like myself, and you can work out with a counselor. There's ways of working this out, or just simply doing the self work. You can even start your journey through self work, or you can start your journey with the person that you're with. If she's equipped to just simply be herself, that light is going to shine on you and it's going to bring some things to the surface, some stuff that you're not ready to face about yourself. And so when those things come up, instead of deflect, especially with saying, babe, no, that's not my intention. That's not what I'm trying to do. No, no, I love you. I'm trying to support you. And that is the thing that's actually happening, not the thing that you're feeling. Because sometimes, again, the deflecting happens. We focus on the feeling and we then blame the person for the feeling when the person is not the one that's causing that. It's some internal struggle that's within you that's causing you to have the feeling. It's not the person. It's not the person at all. It's what's happening within you. It's what's coming up to the surface through this interaction with this amazing person that you happen to be in a relationship with. It may just be a friendship at this stage. It may be just a dating situation. Maybe you are courting. Maybe you're married to this person, or engaged. It really doesn't matter, but you have to do your work. If you want to preserve what you have, if you really want to build something meaningful, if you want to connect with someone that is strong, then you're going to have to do your part. There is a saying, and I will say this, I'm going to end the broadcast. How could two walk together unless they be in agreement? That's the first. You can't walk together if you're not on an equal playing field. If you're just not in agreement, you can't do it. And then you have to be equally yoked. You have to be paired with someone that can hold their own weight. If you're not at the place emotionally, mentally, spiritually to hold your weight, then it's going to be difficult to plow together, right? It's going to be difficult to yoke with someone who is weak. And then what happens is that they bear the brunt of it. They bear the majority of the burden. And that makes her stronger, believe it or not. So if she's bearing her weight and then she's now supporting you and bearing your weight, and your weight has become lesser, but her weight has almost doubled, or it becomes more, that means her muscles are building and she's becoming stronger. Okay. And so if you're having an issue with her already being strong, and if she's bearing your weight and hers, your weight and hers, that means she's going to become stronger. And so it's going to then again continue to double down, really highlighting your weaknesses and inadequacies and your inability to bear your own weight. And then after a while, you're just going to continue to take it out on her instead of being honest with yourself. But I'm hoping that this video inspires you to do your work and to build your muscle and to be the change that you desire to be that person. But it hopefully will start today. And hopefully, you know, maybe you'll pause on the dating if that's something that, if you can't do the both at the same time, pause on a dating and do your self-work. Do your self-work so that you can show up and be the best version of you that you can possibly be. So that's all we got. Can a strong woman date a weak man? Yeah, she can, but will she continue on? Will she choose you like you would choose her if you choose her at all? Not likely. Not if she's truthful, not if she's honest with herself. No. Unless again it's hidden some way, somehow that representative is so strong where you're able to hide a lot of the inadequacies, but eventually over time it's going to manifest itself. It's just over. It's just gonna take time. But after a while, the truth is gonna come out, and there's no way a true, strong, resilient woman can stay in a relationship. I don't believe a man would be willing to stay because the kitchen may be too hot. So let's say if you can't stand the heat, get out the kitchen. I think after a while that heat will be so intense because of the truth that will be revealed through the interaction that you won't be able to take it. And so, yeah. But here's an opportunity to grow. And so let's just end it here. It's an opportunity to grow, and we are here for you. All right. As your soul coach, so here for you. You can always reach out to me by just simply emailing me at askdrkeisha@gmail.com. You can go to the website Impacting Mindsets Global, and you can set things up where you can receive a free consultation, and let's see what we can do to work through some of those issues so that you can get that queen that I believe you deserve. I believe you deserve a queen, and there's a whole lot of queens out there that deserve a king. And so let's be royalty, the royalty that God has called for us to be. All right. So that pretty much ends the broadcast. I really do hope you enjoyed the conversation. Shout out to Jack Daniels. I love him. He's amazing. Feel free to follow him on IG and all socials. I believe he is on all socials. Jack Daniels TV. Go check him out. I'll be sure to put the link in the description so that you can go check it out in its entirety. Take your time, pause, ingest all the things, process all the things so that you can be everything that God is calling for you to be. All right. We love you here. We appreciate you. Do me a huge favor. Do me a huge favor and like this video. Go ahead and subscribe if you're not a subscriber. Come on, join the community. Comment on this video, tag a friend, and share if you feel inclined. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for joining the broadcast, and I'll see you next time.
The video, comment, and subscribe from your soul. I hope you're trying to like the video, comment, and subscribe from your soul.